So if this question would have been put, as I said before, 20 years ago, for example, when the liberal democratic order was doing quite well 20 years ago, things would have been might have been a bit easier, because then the Chinese would have seen, the Western countries, they are doing quite well. We still have to be modest, right? We still have to learn to adapt. But now, in the United States, there's Donald Trump. In UK, there's Brexit. In Europe, there's also populism spreading around, where we don't know where the mood is moving to, where the question has been already raised up, whether the democratic order is working or not, which I don't think so, right? But there's some academic debate going on. So which might have given China that sort of feeling, since the Western are not doing well, there are so many problems, so we can offer our solution, which to some extent makes sense, as you pointed out before, in terms of economy, right? But not necessarily in terms of logical connection between economy and rule of law and the political system. But now China said, okay, all of a sudden, we can offer our solution, which is called China's model, Chinese solution. Since you are not doing well, we can offer our solution. So which make this country to be even more confident, overconfident, arrogant, partially because you guys, you are not doing so well in the Western countries, which I would read as a global problem. Autocrat on one side, they are getting more and more popular, partially because of the liberal democratic order is in threatened.
The China model can succeed everywhere if you have a Chinese Communist Party everywhere. If you have a party that takes over a country after 20 years of civil war, of violence, suppression, maybe some things like the Cultural Revolution, and dominates a country fully, then it can copy what China did. So if that is a model that other countries want to adopt, then maybe we have many little Chinas in the end, successfully. That could be. But I have not seen yet any country in the world copying the model of having a Chinese Communist Party. That is something that arose out of very particular historical circumstances in the 1920s. And there was the Long March and the war against the Kuomintang, and of course against the Japanese. Very, very particular situation. I don't think it's that easy to copy it. So that much for the China model. On your comparison with the situation 20 years or so ago, look, today we have 22nd of October 2019, and 20 years ago, considering the achievements of China, is not a long time. 40 years ago, the beginning of the reform and opening process. In history, 40 years, what is it? It's a little bit more than half of the history of the People's Republic. It's like nothing. China has evolved so rapidly. This is really an achievement that we really need to respect. What China has achieved in these 40 years is tremendous, but it means that its development is extremely rapid. And what you have on the 22nd of October 2019 is completely different from what you had 5 years ago. And it's also different, I'm pretty sure, what we're going to have 5 years from now. So the fact that we had a more liberal feeling in the air 20 years ago has not such a great relevance. And that today we're far away from that, and it's a more illiberal country, also has little relevance, because China's going to change again and again. Who knows how long Xi Jinping will really be in his present position? How long will he pursue his present policies? I mean, China is a country of great upheavals. The People's Republic has survived so many different changes. I cannot see that all of a sudden, beginning 22nd of October 2019, it develops in a straightforward line. I think it will also go from back and forth. And we'll again have situations where we ask, what's that? Is this China going to last forever? So I think China model, yes, if you accept that it's dependent on having a Chinese Communist Party. Chinese solution is something that is presented today to us. It may be completely different tomorrow as it was different 10 or 20 years ago. So accept that China is a country undergoing enormous change, respect that it will have to change even further, and try to influence it to become a member of the international community that really contributes to the good of mankind.